Again today with introductions, and Tim is going to direct us and how he'd like us to do that.
So we have a new recording secretary, Danielle, with us. So in order to kind of help facilitate her recording and taking of the minutes, I'd like to start by going around and just all introducing ourselves to her real quick. So I'll go ahead and start. Tim Strosh, and I'm with APC.
Philip Dunstan, Purdue University, JTRP representative.
Robert Angie with the Sheriff's Office.
Hello, I'm Brian Walk. I'm from City Bus.
Jeremy Grenard, City of Lafayette engineer.
Jenny Miller, City of West Lafayette engineer, on call.
Bill Smith, NDOT, Crawfordsville District, and when I'm not here, Mike Eubank. Raise your hand, Mike. Mike is our voting member.
Doug Payne, Assistant Director, Tippecanoe County Highway.
Adam Keister, Purdue University Civil Engineer.
All right, thank you. We can go ahead and proceed with the rest of the agenda.
All right, thank you. So the next item on the agenda is approval of minutes from our previous meeting. I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Is there any discussion before we proceed with the vote? Seeing that there is none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, minutes have been approved. Thank you for that. Next item on the agenda is access permits. And Bill, you're on.
And I'm here on time. This is good. I missed last week, and Scott came back with all kinds of information, and there were some action items, and I understand they were all followed up on and resolved. If that's wrong, you guys are welcome to harass me over something. This list, after may have just got it sent in this morning, but it's here, and there are two items I'd like to just mention. Item number one, the Wawa site at Veterans Memorial and US 52. It's been around a while. Their plan is to do work in the spring of 26, so we are not closing out the permit like we did earlier to make them reapply because of delay. So it's ongoing, and we're waiting to see that work begin in the spring. So FYI, finally we're going to see something happening out there, we think. There are 3 Circle K sites in the Tippecanoe County area. You'll see none of them on here because usually what's on here for us to talk about are permit applications. They haven't applied for any yet. There's some controversy around at least 2 out of the 3. So we're not sure if they're not going to apply someplace. More to come, but I was surprised none of them were here, and that was the answer from Afton. No applications yet. Any other questions for me?
All right.
And I would say, Jeremy, after this meeting, when we have further conversation, you and I do need to have a little conversation about the steel site across from SIA.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Moving on with the agenda, the next couple of items are TIP amendments. I believe Doug is going to direct that conversation.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. We have 2 requests to amend the TIP. Both are from NDOT. The first one is actually from the district actually from central office, and then the second one is from the district office. Regarding the AshToware software, the staff report indicates that this is actually purchasing software in regards to, one, doing a couple things for crash reports. As you know, we do crash reports every year, and we spend a lot of time cleaning the data. Specifically, one item is actually locating where the crash happens. The information we receive is kind of sketchy, so we have to spend a lot of time doing that. This software is supposedly a champion of actually addressing that issue, so we're hoping that will help. As part of this purchase, all of the MPOs, especially us, will be available. We could use this software. And you see the information specifically, it's programmed out for the next 4 years. So we are asking for your approval of this amendment to the policy board. Are there any questions or comments for this?
All right, so he's asking for approval, so we need a motion.
I move we approve the TIP amendment.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I will second that.
Any further discussion? Let's proceed to vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. So you got that?
Great. Thank you very much. Going on to the Second Amendment request. This is in regards to basically 11 projects. The first 2 projects are shown currently in the tip, but under the information-only table. So basically, we're moving those projects from that table to the actual financially constrained table. And then for each project, you see the specific details regarding that. The projects are on US 52. There are 5 of those, 1 on US 231, 3 on 65, and 1 district-wide. They involve traffic signal modernization, thin deck overlay, and then 1 really exciting one, bike and pedestrian facilities on Sagamore Parkway West, which has been in the discussion here for a while. This project also includes a part of our money through City Bus improving the pedestrian crossing improvements at Paramount Drive. So we're very excited about that. The 11th project is actually on State Road 225. The project is currently in the tip, but since the amendment includes significantly increasing the funding for this project up to $10.2 million, hopefully this coming January when the project is open, the bids are actually open, this will be enough for that project. So in otherwise, basically in summary, there's 11 projects here, 10 are basically already in the tip. The 11th is, but we're increasing the funding amount. Any questions or comments?
I do have one comment.
Yes.
This is for NDOT. Those signal improvements and modernization, we're getting ready to do an EVP project in West Lafayette for preemption. Is there an opportunity to get that equipment in those cabinets for our community?
I don't know if the answer wouldn't be yes. We already have an agreement, right? And it's just a matter of approving adding more onto the agreement for adding those locations.
Well, I think these are NDOT signals.
So you're asking about
Could that be?
preemption on NDOT signals?
Yes.
Yes, because
Okay.
you guys.
I can answer that.
On some
Yeah.
signals?
I think
Okay.
it's already a part
Is it already
of the-
included? Okay.
Yes.
That was my question.
Yeah, they're
Just to
already
make sure
in
it was
there.
already included.
If they aren't, it's easy to do.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think.
Great.
These are
We
just
twisted
new
their arm hard enough, they agreed to all of them.
Whatever Doug says.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other questions? Okay. So we also need a vote on
Yes,
this one?
please.
So, someone,
I'll make a motion to recommend to the policy board.
thank you.
Second.
Thank you for that. If there are no further questions, we'll proceed with the vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. You have your approval.
Great, thank you very much. I would like to mention one side thing that I didn't get on here because I was out pretty much last week or so. We are in the process of updating the TIP amendment and modification process. It was very outdated, and it was one of our requirements for our certification review. We've done that, and we used basically NDOT's big book that they have regarding this TIP, and then we also incorporated other information that we felt good from other MPOs. Now, we've already sent it to City Bus and NDOT Central Office for their review, and hoping to hear back. We did hear back from City Bus, and they were good with this. I'm not sure if we're going to hear anything back from FTA or FHWA. That's a question, but I'm going to be sending it out to all of our other partners for review. To kind of give you a heads up, I was hoping to get this out before our tech meeting next month, but just kind of give you all a heads up. It's quite detailed in terms of when we process amendment versus a modification. And then we also have a process in there in case there's an emergency comes up. And then also when we can actually just change the tip for like Scribner errors too. So It was pretty, I think, well thought out, so I'm going to be sending that out probably either later this week or next week, so. Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so next the next item is the APC progress report section of our agenda, beginning with the MPO update. Jim?
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of just give a quick update about where we're at with our Metropolitan Transportation Plan. So as you guys know, this is a federally required document that we have to put together and update every 5 years. So we're kind of laying some of the groundwork for that. So what we've already done is we activated the Transportation Study Committee, which is a subcommittee of the Area Plan Commission. And we used them to help set the goals and objectives for the plan. So we have those firmed up. We've also started our public engagement process. We took a survey to prioritize those goals that we set through the Transportation Study Committee. And then we also went to both the Lafayette and West Lafayette farmers markets to gather just some public input about where they see transportation needs and challenges throughout the community. And that included challenges, needs for all modes, not just car traffic, but also bicycle, pedestrian, transit considerations as well. So we got some good feedback on that. We're working on putting those into a couple of maps that will be included with the plan, as well as the comments that were given to us at those. So kind of some of our next steps are we are working on some demographic projections. We're pretty close to finishing up the housing projections for our target year, which is 2055. So we did work with some of the LPA engineers on that process, and we're going to be starting after that some projections for employment. So we will be reaching out to some of you locally to get some more input on that so that we can have kind of your expert input and knowledge of what's going on in your jurisdictions. So be on the lookout for that. I think since we're kind of getting fairly close to the holidays, that might not actually happen until early next year, just to kind of dodge that time. It's very hard, as you know, to set up meetings once you get past middle of November. So might not happen until next year, but just wanted to give you a heads up. Any questions?
All right, thank you. Next, we have the thoroughfare plan, and then after that, the 18-month letting list. Doug, you're up at bat again.
Okay, I'd just like to give you a little update regarding our Odyssey with the draft thoroughfare plan. Right now, it is still in public comment and review. Several months ago, we reached out and sent a massive personal invite to a lot of individuals, businesses, and whatnot regarding if they were interested in having a one-on-one sit-down meeting and going through the thoroughfare plan so we could individually walk with them through how we laid it out and how the individual parts are composed of and how this one is developed versus the one that is current. We only had a few engineering firms actually take us up on this, so with that, we actually sent a second invite out to make sure that they didn't miss the first one, and so far nobody has asked for a sit-down meeting. So with that, we did receive some good comments from the engineering firms that actually we did have the one-on-one comment or one-on-one face meeting with, and took a number of notes and incorporated some of those. They had some really good comments again. And now we're actually going through, of course, when we adopt this, we'll have to make changes to the subdivision ordinance and the unified zoning ordinance. So we're actually going through both of those painstakingly to make sure that when this actually does come up for adoption, all three will be adopted at the same time, and they will be the same. Our plan is to actually present it to what we call our ordinance committee meeting next month, which is coming up here in a few weeks. And then after that, hopefully that'll take a month or two, or at least that's what I'm projecting. We can start the adoption process sometime early next year. Of course, we will be presenting it to this committee again. and then to our policy board, and then the official comprehensive plan portion of it, it will go to the Area Plan Commission for their recommendation, whether it be approval or denial. And then if it is approved, it will then go forward to all of the local jurisdictions, the 2 cities, the county, and the 3 towns of Dayton, Clarksville, and Battle Ground. So it's still going to be a long process. This is a major change, major update. The biggest change, of course, is that we are now no longer only focusing on just vehicular transportation, but all modes, including pedestrians, bicycles, and transit. That's the biggest change. And we are having, we do have a complete street policy in there. So any questions or comments regarding that?
Well, Stu wanted me to kind of bring up that this year, we're going to be looking at changing some of our standards and guidelines to match up with your thoroughfare plan and to
Okay.
kind of basically just strengthen up our stuff, you know, simple things like, you know, under drains, we're only 100 foot each way. Well, we're going to get those continuous, just simple standard changes and stuff and updates. They haven't been updated since like 2018, so we'll be doing that this year also.
Okay, great, great.
And
Thank
West
you.
Lafayette is also doing that, so everybody knows. We did have an intern that did do CAD on those cross sections, and I think, Doug, you have those files.
No,
but
I
we
don't
can-
yet.
If you don't, we will share them with everybody.
Okay.
Save some time.
Oh,
If you wanna
great.
include them in your standards. That's fine. I got to go through and check them still. So
Okay,
more
well, this
eyes,
is an early Christmas
better.
present.
So
Thank you.
there you go. You don't have to
Wow.
hire anybody to do that. The City of West Lafayette had an intern that helped us do that this
Well,
summer.
thank you.
So we'll get it checked and make sure that we share those with everybody.
Excellent, thank you very much. Okay, I'll go on to the 18-month letting list, if that's okay.
Yes.
It was included in your packet. As you can see, there's a lot of changes going on, because normally you see on the left side, just an S. There's a lot of gray boxes, meaning change, not listed, new, and whatnot. Going down the list here, projects 5, 6, and 7, of course, are all related to the 9th Street improvements. Those have been moved from a January to a February letting. The next one down, project 8, that was not listed in the 18-month letting list because it actually has been moved out to November of 2031, so a significant move out. The following project, number 9, the North 9th Street Bridge, was moved from a January letting to a March letting. We have a new project, project number 11, and that is on a March letting. That's a district-wide bridge maintenance project. 13 through 16 are all related on I-65 bridge thin deck overlays, and those have been moved to a May 2027 bid letting. For project 17, the contract number actually has changed, so you'll be seeing that in the next report. The second page, project number 22, the one project, this was a maintenance road project. The Veterans Home, that project has been suspended. So quickly, that was just an update of all the projects. Of course, now you see the project 24, the second South 9th Street project. So otherwise, overall, projects are moving forward, especially the local ones. Any questions or comments?
There appear to be none. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much.
So at this point in the agenda, we will entertain any other business that members would like to bring forward. Okay. Then the next item on the agenda is citizen comments. We make space for that. There appears to be none in the wings. So the next item is adjournment, and I'll entertain a motion for that if we're ready.
I move we adjourn.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor of adjourning this meeting, please say aye.
Aye.
That sounded unanimous to me, so I'll declare this meeting adjourned, and we will see each other next month.